Sorry to bring up Yaki again.
A lot of people, if they're doing the brackets at home, they're probably putting those two teams in the final. Maybe once again's up there as well. It's kind of an expected victory for them in the last series.
No, for sure, for sure. But with that victory, that also means that we've got, teams knocked down to the lower bracket. We're not going to get quite to the SSG matchup yet because we've got the EMEA rematch coming in. Last time Qadsiah and Virtus.pro faced off, it was
Yaki's not shit, bro.
Region where Virtus.pro remained undefeated, Rose.
He's just stupid in real life.
I feel like he's got like sauna vibes the way Hunter just when Hunter tells the stories. I'm like, yeah, Sauna would do this.
He might be worse than Sauna, to be honest.
Clean in the regular season, only dropped like what 3 maps or something silly. Like they're just so stacked. It's when you come to international competition, I felt like this is where they're truly going to be tested, and they have been already, right? And the thing is, with being the top of the region in your own respective one,
where Crisco? He's at the under 45s.
He's getting smashed in tennis right now.
He's currently 8 goals down, and the team's falling apart.
Sending a team home, but let's get into the predictions right off the gate. Hear me out with this one. I think, we're down into the first to 3s, right? Sure. Potentially going to 5 maps for this. And I actually put my money on this one going the distance. I'm expecting maybe a 3.
That is concerning that you went to the same high school as Sauna.
Are you that young, Kat? That sounds rude, but I don't mean it as rude.
Okay, that's a good point.
Because Sauna's super young. That's the...
pretty bold statement, honestly.
It's not meant like that.
Like, I just think it's going to be a clean sweep for the team. I think Qadsiah, they have a lot of strong merits, and they have been the dark horse. They were the surprise team. They did catch a couple of teams lacking on.
But like, you weren't in the same year as them, right, Kat?
It really just worked out for them. Perfect.
4 years older. There we go. See,
time, that kind of stuff. But I just think Virtus.pro are nigh unstoppable when it comes to facing other EMEA teams.
They had the goods when they needed it most, but I think in this particular situation, I have to go Virtus.pro 3-1. Maybe I'm splitting the difference a little bit. I think we can give Qadsiah a map, maybe even 2. I think it's also very possible that it's going to be a Virtus.pro victory 3-2, but it's still going to be Virtus.pro at the end of the day. I think it's just so hard to bet against this team, especially given the caliber.
I'm not washed. I'm just getting started, mate.
That they've already had in the season. And I think
you guys are just about to witness the upswing.
It's gonna work out, but we haven't really seen Tread tested.
You know what you're a victim of, Kai?
What?
You've got like you know when people are like, I've seen enough, Nightmare are fucking cooked, there's no way they're winning this. You get that treatment as well, where it's like loses 1 duel and it's like, this guy's is fucking over for him, fucking hang it up, blah, blah, blah.
Have to have like this kind of revenge match for the side of Qadsiah, and for VP to, I guess, continue to show that
it's always been like that, mate.
In the upper bracket, it was a difficult opponent that they're facing up against, and this time around, they're here to prove why they were this undefeated team.
I'm not just saying it because Kai's here as well. I said it at the timers, but I think really on that TU team, like Kai and Kev were the best bits in stage 1.
Boil it down to like veteran status on stage versus more rookie talent, right? Tread, very much a rookie in his own regard, facing players like Shockwave, Vestola. They've been on the Overwatch League stage. Like, this is an opportunity for them really to stake their claim as this true dark horse team. Are they going to be able to do it? Obviously, I don't think so, because I think it's going to be a VP 3-0. But if there's any game that can just be flipped on its head completely, it's probably going to be this one, and I will look like a fool.
Hi, it would be super exciting, but we're going to toss it over to our casters to get this matchup started. We saw Jake and Johnny earlier today. Jake, who you got your money on? Okay.
It's a 3-0. Nah, I'm actually like, I think VP should win. The big question here is how VP respond to like a really disappointing showing against once again.
Lebda's gonna kill the whole lobby, I'm telling you.
I think it's sometimes actually a bit easier to recover from when you just get absolutely blown out of the water and you're like, we all just played fucking shit. It's a bit easier to recover from in some aspects because it's not like there's a problem with your theory or a problem with your comps. It's like, yeah, if we play shit, that's just going to happen. Just need to pull our fingers out. A bit easier than when, like, I feel like sometimes if you play a series and you feel like the comps you're playing or what you're trying to do is just cooked, then that's a harder thing to try and fix in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, but Alcad have just took a map off Falcons, so they're pretty hype right now, I assume.
Yeah, I think like momentum's going different ways, like opposite ways for these teams. But also, if I'm Virtus Pro, it's maybe quite a nice game to have, right? You get to play a team that is going to play similar comps to you, and you play a team that you've beaten like multiple times in a row. There's maybe like a nice recovery game for him in theory. We're just going to get Ram Sim Mirror. So yeah, Lucio banned, Genji banned. I think both teams are probably going to play something similar to this as well. A lot of this is going to come down to which sim can live longest. If the sim is alive and these mid to late fights can really take over. First fight for Virtus Pro. Get the flip.
Classic EU matchup, bro. Yeah, classic.
A Winston meta land? Not for me, I don't think. TP just for the Ram. Flip the map a little bit. Now we're all going to turn onto Vessela, but Vessela's killed Haku. Oh, stream struggled a little bit. I'm a bit surprised they're running Brig. I mean, what's better? Would Kiri be better? Oh. Did your stream just freeze, or is it just me? It seems to have fixed it.
My stream's fine.
Right, chat's boosting it, so that's helped.
Oh, checkmate's gone Pharaoh.
It's a reasonable enough swap, I think. This map.
Couldn't be asked to play Sim anymore, I guess.
Big Ray advantage here for Gala. Annihilation advantage as well. Qadsiah maybe gonna... We either just need to play it slow, see if checkmate can just soften them up, find something, or disengage at a certain point at Virtus Pro. Pull the trigger. Looks like Virtus Pro aren't really set up to push at all, though. Happy just to play in this slow game as well and control of the point. Slow into the backline, just trading on the Ram here, but it's just... Maybe you were right, Kai. What if Loops had just killed everyone every fight? They're going to push with Annihilation anyway. They've still got ult advantage. Nothing for Qadsiah to respond with yet, but Vester's trying to walk out there by himself. They try and swing with him a bit. Lubda gets shut down by Fixer, so 4v4. But the ult advantage is going to start to swing back in favour of Qadsiah soon, but not quite yet. Landed 71% for the Ray. They're kiting it a little bit. Now the Ray comes back. Annihilation soon for Tread as well. He's going to catch a lot of people in this. Simwall comes out. Simwall really powerful. Rally going for Fixer as well. So ult swinging back and forth. Haku nearly has the Rally. VP in control of the point the entire time. Slow into the back. Fucking Lubta. Just always good for it. And they win that one. They did have to use everything in the end though. Now, Shockwave to retake with the overclock. Jaewoo's going to go Pharaoh as well. Right. Looks like Shockwave swinging Mega side. Qadsiah just back it up to point. If I'm Qadsiah here, I'm probably actually quite happy just to play it slow. They have to come to point eventually, and then that maybe opens up Checkmate's barrage. But actually, Checkmate's trying to move right inside right now. Let's probably move away a little bit. Slow and steady. Overclock now from Shockwave. Looks like it's a disengage trying to bait into that barrage. Thank you, James, for the prime. Cheers. No barrage invested from Checkmate, but Qadsiah, they're in control of a point, but they lost Tread just in main. Checkmate needs to try and find a clutch now. Looking for the flank. Doesn't have the perk yet. So it's going to be a stationary barrage, and that's easy for Shockwave and Gala. Clean up on the point. VP have flipped it already, so it's going to be one more rush retake. Is Landon still alive somewhere? Is he going to die late? Oh, he's going to die so late. Fuck. Recontest into Annihilation. Yeah, this is just over for Virtus Pro now. Or over in favour of Virtus Pro. Tread will get the touch at the expense of his mech. Need an impossible clutch really now from Qadsiah. Annihilation pops on point. Nowhere for Haku to go. Ray on point. No one can do anything about this now. VP get it over the line. That's a shame for Qadsiah, right? Because most of those fights felt pretty reasonable. And then just Tread dies in main. Where it feels like Qadsiah weren't really committing to the fight. Which team has disappointed me the most so far? I mean, Virtus Pro had the worst showing, I think, compared to expectations out of the opening games, but I must say, chance for redemption here. Yeah, Ziad is at the event. Tread being in is a tactical choice or just preference for how he's playing at the moment. Venture out from Jwoo, immediate kill onto Checkmate. And Qadsiah just have nothing going in this first fight. They just have to play it slow in main. Maybe provide Lubza a few opportunities, but Jwoo's going to keep going. They all disengage it. Tread not so fortunate. Walk all over Tread while they're getting zoned by the Venture. You can kind of see the pattern here for how Virtus Pro want to play with the Venture. Is Jwoo can engage for free underground, get underneath. The backline is forced to take a bit of a step back. And then all of a sudden, while that's happening, Virtus Pro, the rest of them, they can just walk all over, really win that HP trade on Tread. Barra now for Checkmate, probably going to be retaken from Coast where he can here. Going to try and play a wider and slower fight. Checkmate getting that angle now. Can start forcing the point with this. Jay was going to try and mark it, but he can't really fight the Farah from this distance. He can still point out for a long time though, so they might be quite happy to do that. Play the Sojourn battle. Lubza's had to take a backslide in main. Fixer's got the whip shot perk, finds a kill. Now they can turn their attention onto the front line. And yeah, you can see what Qadsiah are trying to do, right? They're trying to leverage that angle on Coast, just play to blue point and get a flip off that, or bait Virtus Pro into making that move, so they're walking into Lubza's sightlines. But Virtus Pro staying in control of everything and now have an early annihilation for this next fight too. Barrow retake, again trying to play through point here, Qadsiah. But they're forced the backline so far back in main. Tread's a little bit isolated by now. Same pattern, scare the backline a little bit. Annihilation to keep pushing now onto this backline. Ray comes out in response. Gala doesn't have a Ray, so Vessel's HP is getting chewed through right now. He gets deleted. Checkmate has the barrage too. Has the perk this time. Chasing him down. Kit's nowhere close to anything. During all of this, Fixer kept going with the rally overclock. And that's going to be a full reset. And all of a sudden, it's looking very difficult. They're going to have to retake into a Ray. Might have an overclock in time. Definitely will have the Annihilation. But same thing we saw for Vesseler using an Annihilation into the Ray. The Ray is still the more powerful ultimate. The fact that they're going to have to rush it towards point as well, this gives Jwoo and Vesseler a chance just to ignore the Ray push onto point and try and isolate the backline. Vesseler's actually going to go early. Here comes Jwoo in from behind. It's a Ray push aggressively. Checkmate is deleted. Yeah, has both DPS down. It's just over. They'll get the touch for a little bit. Tread has the Annihilation. But it's a 1v5. Annihilation will be popped. Torpedoes out. Tread has made short work of. VP get the flip, and that's just map 1.
Like I said, VP is just going to dominate this series.
Yeah, Lubza was about like maybe 12 opening picks short of making it swing their way.
This is the VP I know.
Lubza washed? Yeah, there we go. At least we'll treat everyone fairly. maybe once again, if a best team and VP can just finish 4th. You know, I think, like I said at the start, I think this is such a nice matchup for VP to try and to have after a disappointing opening game. Just gonna play these Ram mirrors, consistently beaten Qadsiah in it in EMEA. Does this mean Falcons are really bad? Someone else wants the prize pool as well. Don't know what the prize pool is. It's still open if you want to buy the skin and contribute to it, but we've not had an official announcement yet. So everyone is playing for an amount of money to be determined at a later date. Does this mean Falcons are shit? I don't know. I think Falcons are very much... Like, it felt like they've been doubling down on Winston and scrims for a while. And now it feels like as they've gotten closer to the event, they've sort of pivoted a little bit into other comps. So I feel like maybe Falcons are just trying to find an alternative comp in time for the big guys. And then when it comes to some of the teams they're maybe expected to be, like the Qadsiahs or like a Nightmare or something like that, depending who they face, they're going to... they probably might still just play a decent amount of Winston and just back themselves to be good enough on it. But it's versus maybe the Once Again, it's versus the Crazy Raccoon. That's where I think we'll see Falcons try and mess with the compositions. Hit the secret weapon button.
I mean, they only lost the map because Lebda was just hitting every single shot and landing Suzus in EMP. Like,
yeah. Yeah, everyone will get money, even 8th place. I don't think they've even released the percentages, right, of like how much goes to each one, but you'll get a little bit for last place still. Medeska's consistently been referenced in Uncoachable all day too. What have they been saying about us? Only good things I can imagine. Alright, Siravasa now. Yeah, the problem, I think, for Qadsiah in this series is if they, like, they don't have as many options as some of these other teams do in terms of, alright, let's change the matchup, right? Like, we saw Falcons, even when they ran into trouble, of like, fuck it, go Winston. No, fuck it, we'll play the Diva comp. Okay, we can go back to the Mal comp. That was working earlier. They've got all these different sort of things to fall back on if things don't feel like they're working. Really, Qadsiah versus VP, we're just stuck in a bloody mirror the whole time, really. I think they're probably going to try and force Diva, play a similar thing to they did against Falcons, but obviously what they need to do here is probably ban Ram, protect Diva, force that version of it. I guess the only question would be, would Vestler go Orisa instead of Diva?
they banned Brig.
They banned who? Alcad?
Yeah.
Then you just ban Diva then.
VP
If you
banned
need me.
Diva, yeah.
Yeah. Our coaches live coaching. No, they can talk between maps and everything, but once the map itself starts, they'll be muted. That's not better on Diva though. Yeah, I think individually, but it's consistently looked like Qadsiah's best comp, even back in EMEA Stage 1. But now they're probably just going to be forced into a version of a Ram mirror. Maybe Vess will even play Orisa or something.
Get Tread on Winston.
Look at these empty seats. No Chinese team, no interest. Piss off. What was that? It's not me, chap. Piss off. It's not me. Come on. Absolute. I could hear it. As soon as it came up, I could just hear everyone scrambling for their keyboard. You fucking pricks.
They're gonna spam comp.
Oh, really? Alright. I'm gonna go into
I'll be
Mauga as well.
already.
Depends. If they roll out the same side, I think Alcad can just go. But it looks like they are rolling out the same side. Gala and Jay were going to kind of peel off and go left a little bit. But I think there's a decent chance here. Yeah, Vert's probably see the comp, slow it down massively. Just want Vesta to try and poke him out, play the angles. Don't let Smalga hit the backline. You can see how far back VP's backline are. They knew this was coming, so this is also easy for Ves. They've seen Malgas before. But unfortunately, Lubta, he still has that gun from the previous round, so he's going to shoot. He's going to get the opening pick. Tread's going to double him down. He's low on HP as they pile in for those kills. And then this is sort of a gambit, right? What Tread wants to do is start like a big brawl where he can get the cardiac overdrive value. He can be on top of that backline, create space for checkmates to follow up onto him. What Virtus Pro want is just everyone to keep their distance, shoot their guns, win over time. Tread now going to swap onto Ramatra here, which allows them to play a... They can still do the same thing out and see if they connect on the backline, but now they have more options where they can also just bully the Sigma out and try and force point a little bit more.
He needs to get on Winston, bro. He's got it in him.
He's got the JK gene.
Yeah.
Alright, slow fight on point. Vesh should slowly but surely get punished off here. He's going to hit the rock onto Tread, but you see, he still has conceded the space with that Matrix. Oof, Tread's going to die to this window, though. Walked up. Did he just not have cooldowns, not press it in time? That's an easy one, and that will just be first point.
Might be a smash diff.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like,
Tread on Sigma now, like...
this cannot be the solution. We've literally seen every Sigma go up against Vestler over the course of, like, the last couple of years. Just get absolutely bodied.
There's no way he's taking a Sigma versus Vest.
And now we're in a Sigma as well. Virtus Pro's comp is just a better version of it on this map,
yeah,
this
right.
type of Sigma. Like now what Qadsiah need is they kind of need Haku and Checkmate to pop off on these side fights and just hard carry. They're trying to rotate in. Ray will come out early from Landon. Gala with the captive son. Doesn't seem to get any kills with that, but Landon's Ray hasn't really got all that much. Barrage will catch Haku. No beat. 1-for-1 trade, but it takes the beat out of the fight. Blux coming through. Lubda has the overclock. Taking this duel with Gala. Can't fight it far. Vesta's killed 2 in main. 3 in main. Yeah, Lubda's... just, yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh, Landon's on BAP. He's fucking angry now.
This also just... Like, to be fair, when I saw a little bit of Qadsiah scrims and there was bits of BAP in there as well, but... Not on, like, a map like this. I feel like this is now we're just hitting comfort buttons. Blade comes out from Checkmate. Bob, Coach Gun, Lamp. will eventually get the kill on Shockwave, but might be limited to 1 for this Beat Blade push. Bob's going to buy us a bit of time on point. No ops really for any team. Fixes closest to window. Gala's going to find Haku. Checkmate's going to keep doubling down in, but they can just all come and help Vestler. He deals with 1. Trade's still favouring VP numbers-wise. Fixer nearly has the window too if they commit to this push. They've got no choice but to. Dodges the rock. Landon stabilised a little bit here. It's not quite over yet, but now the window comes down. Tread has to DP. Who's going to get the next touch? No one can. And yeah, just easy. Easy for Virtus Pro at this point. He needs to go Reinhardt. He's gone back to Ram. So we've sort of completed the full circle, I guess. Well, not quite the full circle, but we're back on Ram. They've swapped comp again, so now Qadsiah are also just... It's not the worst time to reset all your ultimates or so much of your... It's like mostly a neutral. Guy's going to have the Captive Sun mid-fight. They've taken control of top already. They've lost Lubda, so the loosest definition of the word control of top. As I say, was just going to get a kill through all of that. Tread's in main, form has been used. He's 1 HP. Easy kill for that. Checkmate's in. It just feels really disjointed from Qadsiah in terms of they get the high ground, then Tread drops a meet on point. Feels like then the next step is some kind of aggressive push to either force the backline back, get an opening onto Vestler to punish him, or... You know, like when we watched, once again, play the D.Va version of the comp? And they would actually just pipe. They would send, like, the D.Va in a little bit, but then they just pile on top of Sigma and really punish him. But I'm just going to get him an opening pick, though, so that'll help a bit. Tread's walking high ground now as Vest drops down. They'll meet on point. Captive Sun out main. Don't know if that finds anyone. Checkmate also back on the Venture. Stabilize on point. Vest has been forced to push back a little bit. Jawu is now there. Back to 5v5. Shockwave has the Bob soon for this retake. Can just throw that one straight out there. Qadsiah don't quite have any ults to go with yet. They're walking forward. They're really committing for it. They might just walk straight into this Bob. Bob's a bit shallow if Tread can get out, but he's fluxed as well, so he can't get out. The ults turn it. Lubda finds 1. He has overclock. He has double support from his team, his supports on the high ground too. But he needs to do everything now, Lubda. Slides through. Matrix up. Jawu darts on. He gets shot. Pulse bomb doesn't hit, but it doesn't matter. VP get the retake. Game is done. One more fight. It's going to be a strained one. Nearly annihilation, nearly beat. Not quite yet, though. Fixer. Maybe even just windows early here. Makes the walk up harder. He just... No. Cutting back. Might just be a long angle with Shockwave. Can see both doors. Tread is going to die before annihilation. And this has been... This has been a forgettable Sarabasa. Like, this is...
I would rather him just go Winston than to mirror the Sig. I just don't understand it.
Thank you, Pancake TNT for the Prime. Yeah, people are saying he didn't get an ult, and I think that's true, right? Started on Malga, definitely didn't get a cage. Went to Ram. Didn't get an Annihilation, but already swapped to the Sig mirror. Swapped off the Sig, back onto the Ram, then died in that last fight before getting his Annihilation. Yeah. This is elimination as well. Like, this is almost just, we're out of the tournament.
I mean, I don't think it's Tread's fault. I assume he's been told to pick those heroes, but...
Yeah, because the thing is, you can question, like, the hero swaps. But also, even when they were on hero, like when they were on the Ram version of a comp, I just look at that version and go, oh yeah, Qadsiah have been pretty good on like comps like this before. They found some success. But it just felt so disjointed. Like when I think of like Qadsiah on some of these brawl comps, I really associate them as like one of the more aggressive teams you can play against in these things. But when did it feel like they were some of the Qadsiah we saw that helped him qualify for this event, when they're playing this hyper-aggressive style? They're really doubling down. And then this aggressive style, it's just opening so much up for Lubda. Lubda puts in some kind of carry performance, and it all sort of works out. But doesn't seem like...
I mean, it's a bit easier when you have the point, though. Like, control of the point versus that comp is way easier to be aggressive, but...
Yeah, they're always retaken.
VP's just always in control and have 5 million angles, so...
Yeah, well, think about that first fight, right? Where Tread looks for the, to take the first move, make the aggression, and VP's backline is, they're just in fucking Africa. Like, they know exactly what's coming. But what Qadsiah need to do in that situation is read the situation, right? Like, if I look and their backline is all the way back in Africa, then I may be asking, like, Checkmate and Haku, or even, like, more of my team, like Landon as well, can we not just go clearness fucking Ilari Farah on point, right? If the backline's this far out, we can surely bully them back and we can even maybe just force the objective. And then all of a sudden it's VP who are... They're forced to have their backline walk up because they need to retake. And once their backline is forced to walk up, they can do some of what Kai was talking about, where it's easier to be aggressive when you're in control of that situation. Thoughts on Go, Circuit, and Ban Sig? I don't know. The problem is they're just losing. They're losing so hard. I don't know if there's like a certain map or a certain comp. Maybe if they go Route 66, they can force the Diva Mirror. Like their version of a comp on Route 66, like the Kiri Lucio Diva, probably feels a little bit better than any of the Ram mirrors so far. So maybe like a route ban Ram. I don't think they banned Ram already, have they?
No, they haven't banned Ram, I don't think.
Why hasn't Ziad played? Yeah, I think when they both scrimmed, Tread looked better, so Tread got the nod.
What were the bans, map 1?
Let me look it up. Lucio from VP, Genji from Alcad. Five games tomorrow. Why not try it at this stage? Maybe, it depends how much, because I saw when I watched it, Tread played way more than Ziad. So, I don't know. I think it always feels like a really shit call, I think, as a coach. If you've been scrimming with one lineup, one thing, for the whole, or the majority of lead up, and then just swap it on map 3. Like, I agree it's an option, but I think you could also change the comp matchup or something as well, right? Because you got to remember, like, when Tread played Diva, did take that map off Falcons as well. Cheers, silence. Yeah, to be fair, I think the map choice was fine. You know, in terms of going to Saravasa. I think they just should have banned Ram. Esperanza, Kiriko ban from Qadsiah. VP already used the Diva ban, so they can't ban that. If they ban Kiriko, what are they expecting? Like a Juno Brig or a Juno Lucio? VP banned Tracer, because that's pretty good into Juno Lucio, so maybe VP are going to play Juno Lucio here. Or maybe even Juno Brig.
Yeah.
Not
I
sure,
think it's just
actually.
going to be Juno Brig, Mirror, no?
Yeah, Juno Brig Ram or something. It doesn't really feel like this.
So
these
it's
bans
just
are going to be
map
that
one again.
consequential. When does Hunter play? He's playing again after this match.
Oh, Ziad's in.
Oh, people called for it. We'll see if it makes a difference. It's what the people wanted.
Well, there's going to be a Ram Mirror with Ziad in now.
Yeah, because I don't think. Yeah, obviously the hero pools between Tread and Ziad are pretty similar. Is Vess a real person on a plastic surgery centers in Finland or something? Is he too handsome for you? You think he's had some surgery? He just looks like that, mate. Ever tell you I used to work in this guy at the cinema called Matt, and Matt had like no chin at all, right? And then one day he like over the summer he takes like a few weeks off. He saved up to have surgery. He gets a fucking new chin. He comes in like with a new chin, and it's like, yeah, honestly, he looks so much better. Like I was a bit skeptical. Like, what do you mean you get a new chin? But he comes in with a new chin. Night and fucking day, I was like, fuck, that chin has made all the difference. But it was proper, like, he went from no chin at all to, like, you know the memes of, like, the fucking Chad or anything, you know, with, like, the chiseled jawline. I was like, fuck. But, I mean, he got what he paid for. Good chin. Not saying Vessler did that, just reminded me because we were talking about plastic surgery. All right. Diva Torp, Sojin, Juno Lucio. So obviously the Tracer ban actually probably helps Qadsiah run this version of the comp. No Tracer to worry about. Haku's going to kill Gala immediately. And this now starts to feel a little bit more like Qadsiah, the sort of vintage Qadsiah games we saw. But they've actually traded a few back. 2 left alive.
That's what I like to see, bro.
Ludwig gets a kill.
Bit of aggression, you know. Yeah.
Well, that was the biggest thing from the Saravasa, right? Just didn't feel like the Qadsiah we've seen. This time, Ziad makes a bit of some money moves. Lubta finds a kill. Ziad's still in here as well. Is he getting pocket? They got the kill. Oh, Vessler was the wrong side. I see what's happened. Alright. Late kill onto Vessler means they'll get a decent amount of front push or forward push. Get to hold close. Alright, Ziad's just killing Shockwave. He was the key after all.
It's just needed Ziad in, okay.
So it's simple, really, when you think that. Tread is better against Falcons, but Ziad is the VP guy. Alright, force an objective. I don't know if S can actually get the touch. Jay was going to go for it, but he has to use his dash and I think deflect in neck pretty quickly. Still contesting the point. Shockwave turret's been taken down. Lipta's going to go back to the high ground. Just wanders into Gala, unaware. Takes him down. Fixer now has no pocket. Ziad is 1 HP. Gets the kill. Lives. No D-mech. 20 HP. Hiding from Vess. Alright, they're just going to bleed him out here. Very well won fight from Qadsiah there. Force the objective. Get the little flip at the end. Lipta opens it up. Now, all the ults still as well. Like, Gala's raised. Like, this is actually an outrageously slow Ray. Overclock swing from Lubta on the flank. All of a sudden, it was like Qadsiah were playing with a bit of freedom. They're making plays. Overclock on the flank. Takes care of Shockwave. Shockwave overclocks back, but it doesn't make a difference. Haku beat in. Jay was going to try and turn it with the blade. They're pushing in. Tail end of the Ray. Going to do a lot for him. 2-3 for Jay in the end. Needs to avoid the bomb. Where was that bomb coming from? Just doesn't find anything, so he had one get back into mech. And they win the big old ult trade, but Qadsiah has something to work with for sure. Molten Core now versus Ray. Expecting these two ults to maybe cancel each other out a little bit. If Virtus.pro try and push forward with Ray, Checkmate can use the Molten Core, just stop them using too much of it. They're going for a full flip here, Qadsiah. Molten Core ready to go. Shield is up now. Ziad onto the high ground, Molten Core onto the point, trying to separate them out. Vess can DP it now, Ray comes back, they have to push through a lot on that come. But they do it though. They catch Checkmate. Now play a disadvantage. Virtus.pro are just going to group back up on point, keep forcing this objective. Force Qadsiah to take the 4v5 if they really want to keep this point. Lupta onto the high ground, Shockwave with a bit of a dink, not too much though. Lupta's going to swing him now, hits for body shot. They're just playing through point here, Virtus.pro, they're really trying to slow it down. There's maybe a timing to take the 5v4, but Qadsiah are going to be back to full strength really soon. Ziad's going to dive in to deny the cap. Jay was trying to threaten the high ground, push down. Vess is going to clear Nestivo on point. They've got the cap. Oh, not quite. Dive in from Haku. He's low as well. They're all just sort of bleeding onto the cap now. Checkmate and Lupta are still finding trades on the high ground, and maybe the DPS can just do it all. All of a sudden, it's just Vess versus both DPS. He's killed one of them. He's used the form of a robot snuck away from him. Vess has got both. He's 1 HP, but he's got both. Ziad is running back. He wants to contest. Yeah, Vess is just getting all the way out. Oh, wait, there's a Lucio. Oh, it's 23 HP. Wherever spawns, they're not there in time for Vess. It's an absolute dogfight.
He didn't even get checkpoint either.
Yeah. Actually, so well played, right? I thought Vess had clutched it, but just that little bit of robot steal means Haku gets the recontest, then Ziad gets the recontest. Yeah, denying flip is big, or denying the cap is big there. Virtus.pro have decent ults for this next fight still. Nearly coming up to a 4-bag. Landon will have the Ray, but if they've got a lot here, if they've got a couple of these ult Virtus.pro, they should still be able to turn the fight. Expect Fixer to be aggressive with this rally. We want to put Landon under pressure when he rays, but Landon's quite far back. He comes forward now. No response with the Ray. Okay, but sorry, the rally comes out now. Vester's going to drop the Annihilation. They're trying to disengage it, but Landon is very much in there. I think they're just going to take this fight on point, play for a trade here, Qadsiah. They have the overclock if they think they can clutch, but Lubta's already half HP. Oh, beat overclock. They really think they can go. Vessel's just died. Shockwave's responded, but he can't do much versus his bomb. Forced out. Shockwave just killed Haku on the way through. Not out of the woods yet. Fixer's trying to walk forward. Vess onto the Diva now too. Checkmate still roaming around the flank. Lupta's going to die on point. Checkmate has to do the same too. Playing for the brig trade. Gets the brig trade. They'll eventually deal with him. Back on the front foot now. Full wipe. Diva swap. Just a full mirror. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Haku go brig. Yeah, there we go. As soon as that Diva swap comes out. Ray available for Gala. Checkmate. Molten Core. Not great ults for this one. Options here for Qadsiah might just be to take the fight and try and get both ults out of Virtus.pro, or try and disengage it, use the Molten Core to sort of walk away from the Ray. Zed is going to make him work for this first bit, but he's got cleared out by Vestler. Whipped back now as well. That's for Cap conceded. So they're trying to buy time for more of their ults. Checkmate's actually going to drop the Molten Core now. Some of it's Matrix, but Ray comes out relatively far back. Can now Qadsiah complete the disengage? So he has Matrix in the team back. They continue to D-peak. Lose the turret, but happy with that. They can contest before Cap, but no ults just yet for Qadsiah. Virtus Pro, if they realize they can just go straight away. Ziad's going to try and make an aggressive move onto Shockwave. Here's the blade from Jaywu. Over the top, straight into Haku. Rally to back it up. And VP will come back. And this should be lead going their way too. I think they've avoided every single trade. Every single trade avoided. And just a little bit of hope to be disappointed in a slightly new way. Unfortunately, if you're Qadsiah. Virtus Pro did at least have to... They used the rally, they used the blade to secure that. And there is still 2 minutes 40 left. And they have the ults coming back. Playing it slow now, Virtus Pro. Probably just going to play for their overclock. Lubda starts with one of his own, though. Walking forward. Disengage. Oh, Jaywu is not interested in a disengage. Easy kill with that one. Vessler will get out. They'll regroup on the high ground. Decision now for Qadsiah. They have the Ray advantage too. They can just keep pushing. Ideally, if I'm Qadsiah, when I press this Ray button, I want to be pretty close to Shockwave. I don't want Shockwave to be able to play some across the map, sniper position, a chance to kill my Juno or something. Qadsiah are going to try and close the distance before they go. They meet on it. Slide forward from Shockwave, actually. So there's the overclock. Ray can come back out in response. Shockwave's going to try and slide over the wall. They're pushing forward with this Ray, though. So much pressure onto Shockwave. Second slide out. Still keeps giving the distance. Takes Haku down on the way. He was just about to get Rally as well. Ziad dives in for the trade. Vessler has to remech. Shockwave under more pressure. D.Va is still all over him. Ziad will eventually get the kill. Lubda walking forward. Self-destructs out. Deflex onto Lubda. He's 1 HP. Vessler and Ziad both back in mech now. Vessler's got eyes on this Genji. Will be able to get the kill. No, Brick back in time. And Ziad's cleaned up behind him. And yeah, I think Vessler's just... Is he going to try and get out Mega here? He might just have to start on point. And alright, there's probably only still one fight in it, right? Qadsiah Rally Blade. Gala Ray. Lubda is for Harry Maguire of Overwatch. Great comparison. That's what everyone was thinking. Ray now for Gala. Blade Rally for Qadsiah. Need to be aggressive with this to beat the Ray. They're going on the flank now, looking for it. Haku's not found anything good to bash because they're all on the high ground. Checkmate doesn't quite have the Blade yet either, so they're just going to kill Lubda in the main with Ray. Didn't have the Blade when they went. Haku ends up bashing out aggressively with nothing to hit. So Qadsiah, I think the right idea. They just couldn't find any of the useful targets. 30 seconds left on the clock. And Qadsiah on the ropes. Tournament lives on the line. Checkmate has the Blade. The Fixer's got the perfect answer. He's got the Rally, and Jaywo's got a Blade of his own. Need miracles from Checkmate here. All over the Genji. They one-shot him. He kills both ults immediately. Checkers is going to do it. He's given him a chance. They lose Haku. What a Blade from Checkmate. It's doable. Overclock for Lubda. Soon. Fixer's gonna go. Is he seeking for Lucio? He's trying Mercy. Lucio, make up your mind, Fixer. We've got to go. Fixer out. One fight for Qadsiah to keep themselves alive. Landon nearly has Ray as well. The longer the fight, the better it is for Qadsiah with these ults. Shockwave halfway up to a rail. Lubda has the overclock now, pops it immediately, looking for it, trying to find the side flank. No defect for Jaywu. They are trapped in here. Fixer and Jaywu, the Koreans trying to hide in the room. Jaywu can't get out. No, wait, Jaywu's got a kill. They've all come to save him. They're trying to push the cart. They've killed Checkmate there, even with the overclock. Ray from Landon still thrown in over the top. They're trying to force the objective. Lubda and Ziad slide in. They kill Shockwave. They come back with the Ray now. Eyes on Fixer, but Vessler, Annihilation on point. It might just be enough. Ziad's going to drop the bomb. He's not going to be able to get back into mech. They all hide from it. Virtus Pro, they close it out.
That was actually a sick play from Vess.
To come and save the gang in the side room. Yeah. Like, I thought it was cooked. When they get caught in there, no deflex, and Lubda has the overclock. I thought it was just... Like, they were just going to get those 2 kills, and then it's Ray on point, and it's just over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true as well. They actually just had no fucking ults in that Virtus Pro. And they not a problem.
I guess Alcad could have just played through main as well, to be honest. I don't think
Yeah.
the side fight really matters when you're up that many orcs.
Yeah, well, you need to, like, keep an eye on it. I mean, the thing is as well, when Lubda sees him there, like, because we're on Lubda's POV, right? I'm like, these guys are dead, you know? Like, they're just dead.
Yeah.
So it's like, you feel like the kills are just there if you're overclock, why not take them? Why is it a Jamie bat shot? Don't know. Oh wait, you're winning the whole thing? That's what you heard, is it, BG? Thanks for letting us know what you heard. What if Ziad was warmed up? Good point, TV and T.
Qadsiah not able to find the revenge that they were looking for in a 3-0 sweep for Virtus Pro to continue to show why they're the top seed coming in from EMEA.
However, CX Pred, so obviously, well, it all sort of falls. The problem with predding an entire bracket is as soon as you get one result wrong, your whole bracket's just fucked because you predicted all the wrong games. So I guess maybe it's over already because obviously I had once again going into the lower bracket.
Over and over and over again. And it was like, okay, we're going with Blade, and then we go with Rally, and then we go in with this, then we go in this, and it was a very, very slow crawl to a lead. Of course, it started out on a pretty scrappy first map. Cervata also really excites me.
TV and T are so eSIM? Did you know that? He says it's not a real LAN without so.
Johnny did touch on this, the fact that you have OWCS that does something that feels impossible, taking a map off of what is considered to be one of the best teams heading into this tournament. Literally our reigning OWCS champions. But
your bracket's still perfect, not maps but results. Yeah, I think the only swing one, like that VP once again, that's where we've lost, like, all the once again heads will die. And, all the VP believers, like myself, are in the bin.
Crazy too on Cervata. You can see why they wanted to go there. This was the fight I was
If Harry Maguire was an Overwatch player, who would he be?
Good ult tempo and ult usage from VP, and it shows the veterancy in that squad too. Like, just ridiculous stuff from Virtus Pro. But I don't think
I'm almost tempted to say Bumper, but I feel like that's not quite the right comparison either.
A crazy feat because it's not every day we see a Western team beat.
I feel like Bumper is more of a Thomas Müller.
What about Mew?
What about Mew as a football? Oh, is Harry Maguire Mew? Is that what you're saying? No way.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hey It's Luck, for the tier 1. No way Harry Maguire is Mew.
With a lot of those plays because of Fixa and Gala. And I think when you take a look at this backline, something that has been so impressive about Virtus.
Whoa, was that Fixa player of the game?
I'll talk about Gala for
yeah.
On top of Fixa, right? Because Gala comes in, Jack is so
they've all just been wrong.
It's just Vess or something, right? Maybe Jay.
Yeah, it has to be Vess.
I think Vess is, yeah. Cervata was dominant. Gap on, what was it? Li Jiang as well. And to be fair, once they swapped onto the D.Va mirror there, it just... Vess felt like he was getting just as much done as anyone. Oh, thank you, Aristophanes. 6 months tier 1.
ChatGPT player of the match.
You think ChatGPT is selecting the player of the match?
Their poke style on Cervata coming into it, just playing literally pure poke was really cool to see. I'm glad they
I'm
Who
reading
actually
chat.
picks player of the match?
It's normally just whichever people aren't casting, like the desk people normally. But they also normally pick it like before the end as well, if you know what I mean. So it's like the last 5 minutes don't count basically.
And then VP, we just saw the 3-0. They're going to be moving on here, but Team CC Rose versus SSG is going to be really interesting.
It's so hard to tell where these teams are going to fall because we saw them both take pretty hard 0-2 losses in their respective matches. And it's like, on the one hand, I think there's so much hope for North America being able to get another team further into the competition, something that Nightmare's already been able to accomplish.
Any more games? One more. SSG versus CC, which surely will be some kind of SSG sweep.
And we're kind of hoping that that's going to come in clutch for them, but it's so tough to actually see where these two teams are going to stack up against each other.
It feels like an SSG win to me down there. I think I want to check our talent brackets.
If Nightmare can beat CC, SSG can. Yeah, I agree, Helios. I think word of the street from the scrims is most of the time when CC have scrimmed SSG, it's just been a bummer.
I expect Space Station to just come back in and just start swinging. I really do. Team CC, there were a few bright spots there, but SSG
Need a couple of boosts on Gaga so he can get drops.
Especially in North America, felt head and shoulders above the competition a lot of the time. They came in as the second seed.
Cheers. This fucking guy. Sexy Vanilla Freshness writes, damn CX, you were lying about not needing a license for those guns before, apparently. Cheers, mate.
I think that when you look at just being able to like kind of see them live up to those expectations and reach that final form, maybe Team CC is going to be the team that allows them to do that.
It definitely is possible. It'd be interesting to see, but we
Surely, yes, yeah. I think I'd be really, like, the most likely path to success for CC taking a map is SSG win the first two, they throw a fucking push on map 3, and then they close it out in a map 4.
I gotta say though, at the end, the very last match, it got a little close. It got a little close, but you guys pulled it off. You guys got the win, 3-0 victory. Big congratulations. How do you feel? I mean, this was the lower bracket run. I mean, if you guys lost this, you guys had to go home, but you guys won and you guys are staying alive. How do you feel right now?
I mean, it's amazing, a bit relieved as well. Like, I think, you know, losing is never fun.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy that we can still like show that we're the best EU team for sure. So yeah.
I feel like you guys definitely proved it. And also another.
Ask him about the first match.
You guys were facing off against Qadsiah. I'm pretty sure you guys faced off against multiple times, and because you guys are undefeated, you guys probably never lost to them. Do you feel like because of those reasons, going into this match today sort of boosted your confidence, knowing that you guys never lost to them, and also, you know, it's like, oh, like we faced them multiple times, so like were you a little bit more comfortable?
I don't think like we haven't been like this comfortable like in a long time. But I don't know. I feel like we've been focusing a lot on like Apex or like Asian teams with like their styles, but when it comes to like these like more brawly like ear comps, like we have that stuff like locked down, you know. So yeah, we're confident for sure going into that. So.
All right, one final question. I mean, talking about Asian teams, you know, Crazy Raccoons, there's Falcons as well.
Yeah, I'll do a rerun after this as well. So if anyone's missed any of the action, it'll be back on right after.
I mean, we had the boot camp in Korea, so we're testing a lot because, you know, we kind of have to, you know, cook something up and Smash is cooking.
Smash is cooking. I'm so excited to see what he's cooking and what VP is
I'm
cooking.
hoping the drops will still be on.
Thank you so much. Big congratulations on getting the win. That is it from me. Let's send things back to the burb.
Thank you so much, Danny. I don't know. No idea, but it's okay. It's okay. We had some great words coming out from Shockwave there. Great to hear that the coach is cooking in the background. The team sounds really confident there.
Yeah, I wish you asked him about map 1, because I want like VP's take on whether we were just fucking trolling or like once again cracked. Where on that spectrum are we, you know?
I think they've got a long road ahead of them, but Veterancy and Smash in the back room, like, yeah, they're gonna be good.
Okay, well, we still have one more matchup for today. It's an elimination match between Team CC, who are defending themselves on their home ground, up against Space Station Gaming.
Did you hear what Ants was saying before this? When he was talking about like Hangzhou and the bracket? He was like, the perfect plan is we go in, we lose to Crazy Raccoon immediately, then we get to send Team CC home on day 1 in front of all their 5,000 fans. So he's got the situation he expected. Now all he has to do is send them home in front of their fans. Aren't Team CC home? We don't live in the arena. They've got their own houses and everything in China these days. I don't know if you know. Hard to believe. Trust me on this one. This is good information. Why no Anna at all? It's a good question. I was expecting way more. I guess we've probably seen a disproportionate, or not disproportionate. We've just seen more of the teams who don't want to play Anna anyway. Like in terms of we've seen 2 VP games, 2 Qadsiah games. Wouldn't be surprised if we see... Oh, thank you, Bratty Chipmunk, for the Prime. But yeah, I think there's a higher chance we see it from this next series. It's like how the teachers live at the school. Exactly, yeah.
It's only been Shu that's played it, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Did yeah, Phil didn't play at any point. Wait, no, he did it. Oh no, that was no. Yeah, maybe some of it's for map pool as well, right? We don't have like the Dorados, the Gibraltars really. Maybe like Root is the closest, or maybe Ilios. Actually, maybe we saw a bit of Ilios, Anna on Ilios from Team CC actually. And we play like Anna Brig Ball.
Yeah, but that don't really count.
Now you're just trolling Turlet. Maybe Alcad can drop Checkmate and Haku, import Rack, and maybe get some flex support from EMEA? Come on. You're not dropping checkers. Yeah, there is, Mags. The bracket will flip from those ones. So what we're looking at, if I can find the bracket, is refresh. Is Nightmare are probably going to play Virtus Pro. That one seems pretty locked in. Maybe this Falcons once again series is a little bit more in question, but whoever loses now will have to play SSG. Thoughts on this emote? If you want to pay to add it, you can pay to add it. If anyone's got, what is it? Is it 20k channel points? If anyone's been winning enough bets to get us a CJ Click going. CJ Click? CJ Look.
Hello guys, this is Virtus Pro. And this is Hangzhou Champions Clash.
Okay, guys, we've got one match left for OWCS Champions Clash Hangzhou for today. But before we even get into that, I want to remind you guys at home that there is the opportunity.
We've got a Kelmet already. I think Kelmet is locked in. That one for free.
We've got that sick Ember Juno bundle that you guys can pick up until April 22nd. I love this skin, Jack.
Yeah, it's sick. I've been using it every time I play Juno. And we're on the main menu as well. I was like, oh, like pointing a meme. I was like, oh,
In client. Poggers.
Yeah, it's really nice, and you get the loads of little bits and pieces as well, like an icon, a banner as well. It's really sick.
We love it. We love it.
Winning, honestly. Like with that bundle, with the new.
All right, Gox. We can get the link going. Let me find the link.
No, things have been spicing up. Things have been super exciting.
Oh wait, I'm not signed in.
But we still have
Twitch.
one last exciting
Authorize.
It's another elimination one down in this.
Add to.
Team CC defending themselves again on home ground here in China, up against a Space Station Gaming, who I've heard usually is pretty good with taking energy from the crowd.
Wait, is it added?
Unfortunately, the crowd is going to be against them this time. But
There we go. Yeah.
I want to give Team CC a map, and I think I will. It does feel
Don't lick for cum, you weirdos.
I know Jake was throwing stuff at me a minute ago because I gave Team CC a map, but I think there's still life in the team. I think what they did show was a little bit, especially with Gaga on the Winston, very aggressive, very fast. Space Station should be able to handle that, though. They're kind of used to this at this point.
Can I show my predictions? Yeah. So, where am I? Let me close that. Yeah, so... Once again, Virtus Pro is the wrong way round, which obviously means this side of a bracket is the wrong way round. SSG Team CC predicts a 3-0. So that one will still hold, but obviously it means maybe I can redo the bracket. I'll redo the bracket before the stream tomorrow to predict like this version of games. Now we know some of the results, yeah. But seems really unlikely for those fixtures to happen now.
I think that's the tough thing about day one as well is, you know, we don't get too crazy with predictions.
Which games from today are the ones most worth watching? Falcons versus Al-Qad.
But when you're looking at this particular matchup, it does feel like
Is that the end of the list?
Yeah.
I was trying to like go through it in my head because I was like,
It was really just the first match.
Yeah, because I sort of came in like, you know, kind of excited for today. I was like, fuck, it's the big event. It's all gonna kick off. You know. And then I realized as well, what's been happened is there's just been like that initial wave of excitement has just carried me through. But when I stop and think about some of the games we watch, we've not really seen that much great stuff.
Even that match, it was only the second map that was good.
Yeah, I mean, and also, if we're being honest, out of the Falcons Al-Qad series, only map 2 was any good. So, you know, but you know, it's, you know, one good map in about like 8 or 9 hours. That's not too bad.